Do we want a second child?
Do we have a fight?
Yeah.
From the word swing till now, it's only stuff that I normally should cut. Hi guys, we gaan even een Q&A opnemen. Dit is mijn outfit. Ik heb dit heerlijke sportshirtje aan met oversized mouwen. Ik heb alle vragen opgeschreven en Richie en ik gaan nu 12 vragen beantwoorden. En ik wil eigenlijk helemaal niet knippen in deze video, omdat ik daar geen zin in heb en dat vind ik ook wel het eerlijkst. Dus dit is geen snel geëdite video, dus ga even rustig zitten en neem even een kopje thee. Tot zo.
Shuffle them about. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Think I should cuddle a cushion?
Nee.
No?
Sowieso, everyone knows what that is.
Okay.
Nou, dit is Richie. We know each other for 2 years. Yeah.
Since the 22nd of July 2019.
So 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2,5 jaar and we do this whole Q&A in English. Some of the questions are Dutch, but you know.
If I can answer in Dutch, I will. In het Nederlands.
Yeah.
Okay, I shuffled them.
Yeah, you start.
Nay.
No? Okay.
Oh, it's just like, I feel like it's on that first dates where the guy always goes, no, you go first. I'm happy to go first if
No,
you
that's
want.
one of our biggest annoying things. What am I English?
No, it's like,
It's not a gentleman's move to say ladies first when it comes to something brave.
yeah.
How do you experience and do you like it being in my vlog?
Obviously, I don't mind at all. Yeah, I don't know. It's just become part of my life. Like, I've always enjoyed this side of creative stuff. I've always enjoyed making things and watching people do their job. So I get to watch her do her job all the time and be in it. So it's kind of like, yeah, I just love it. It's and it never intrudes in our life. She never. The camera's not out all the time. And it's always like when you're making content and then you keep other stuff separate. So
Yeah.
I love it. Ik hou ervan being in the vlog. Vloggen.
Yeah, okay, then that's your turn. We keep the answers quick because we have half an hour before my call and people don't have that much time anymore, you know. So
Groen.
yeah.
Would we ever move to Groen?
Would we ever move to Groningen? That's one of the questions they asked. Oh, you asked me? Oh yeah, this is your question to me.
Hello!
Now, Groen to me is a beautiful city and the whole atmosphere, the kind of people that live there, the architecture, my friends, my family, everything there screams yes, because the prices are more affordable and we have a lot of people there that we love. So all of that, yes, but my only concern is that I get bored there creatively, so that I don't have enough things that inspire me, not enough people that are extreme and that inspire me for fashion and stuff and work-wise. But other than that, yes.
What about retirement?
Yeah, for sure.
Boom. And it's not me to answer, but I would love to as well, because my family is up there.
Yeah.
You know, so I love being around my family and got loads of friends down here, so yeah, who knows.
To me it's like Amsterdam is already feels small to me, what I can handle impression wise, you know. The more, the bigger, the better for me to get inspired, so I prefer living in New York or Hong Kong or something big like that. But Amsterdam is a very pleasant city to live in. So
Yeah.
I think it's, for me, Amsterdam is perfect for now.
Yeah.
Okay.
The self-doubt.
Oh, this I hoped you would get.
Oh.
Which role in which movie would you love to play?
Can I answer two?
Yeah, but short. Wait, I'll keep it short.
Erste movie, erste character would be Forrest Gump, because that would just be awesome.
Yeah.
And the second one would have to be a gangster movie, for sure. And I think it would have to be Ice Cube from Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super gangster. And then super like...
And Richie wants to be an actor. That's your dream job.
Yeah.
So this question is perfect for you. But someone actually asked it, eh?
Yeah. Oh, no, I think that would be great. But there's also, she knows I'm a bit of a movie freak, so there's loads of roles. But they're the two that come to my mind straight away.
My first answer that came to my mind is Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, that'd be.
And then especially the scenery that he gets out of the Lamborghini.
Yeah.
In a way that he remembered, aka smooth, and then the actual way that he's crawling out of this thing.
Hilarious. Is that a role you would like to do? Yeah.
That would be my best role.
I would absolutely love to see you do that, but be a female play that kind of powerful lead role in that scenario.
Yeah, and also I think it's because I have this terrible side in me, like the money wolf he plays. I can relate somewhere, you know. I could be like that. Or him. Or McConaughey.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, next question. This is for us,
What's this one?
How do we experience differences in how we raise our child from the Dutch culture versus Australian culture? Now, my answer is that you were raised way more polite and with rules and how to behave well, so more etiquettes.
Yeah.
And I was raised like a wolf.
I was brought up, you were dragged up. Yeah, interesting question.
Yeah. But that's us, not... I can imagine other friends of yours were not raised this proper as you were raised, yeah? Or they all have
most of my friends, I think, yeah. But,
more like
not
English heritage is there, yeah?
But,
with how you're supposed to behave.
Yeah, but also my mum was brought up... I hope you don't kill me for this, Mum. Mum's dad was quite high up in the Australian Air Force, so her upbringing was a little bit more regimented and than my dad's. But and I also think one of the biggest things that has stood out for me, and I'm trying to be quick, babe, is like in Australia, you get a cold, go get antibiotics. But in Holland, you obviously just don't take antibiotics because we're trying to build up our immune systems, and I've adapted to that. I don't mind. I think it's a very smart move, but I find that's something quite different that you experience when you come here. Yeah,
and then this question was how we experience raising a child with our backgrounds, and I think, for example, when Sydney coughs, I'm like, good girl, yeah, get it out, and you're like, hand for the mouth, hand for the mouth.
Cover your mouth.
Yeah, cover your mouth, cover your mouth. I'm like, I would not even consider telling her how to cough,
Yeah.
But you have this, yeah. Okay, next, I ask you, yeah? Oh, what's your favorite Dutch snack?
I'm just going through my head past experiences of the last 8 years and tasting everything. Oh, what a tough question. I still want to gravitate towards two things, and I've had great experiences with them here first in Holland. So one, bitterballen, standard I know. Maar, my first day in Holland, I went to a pub, I got a little bit drunk, said to the lady, what should I eat now that I'm a bit drunk? And she's like, bitterballen. And she warned me, they're really hot, you'll burn your mouth, be careful. And I burnt my mouth, and I still do on every other one. So there's something deep inside of me that loves bitterballen. But I also love sitting at a bar with a cube of older cuss, old cheese, a toothpick and some mustard.
Yeah, and some gherkins, like an Amsterdam uitje.
Yeah.
The yellow onion.
Yeah. And then, of course, fruit special. Lekker, heerlijk lekker.
Curry of mayo? Curry of ketchup?
Curry.
Oh.
Mayo or yoppie?
Nee. Friet speciaal is mayo, onion, and either ketchup or curry.
Oh, curry, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I always do ketchup. But there's half in Holland, eh?
Oh,
protesting.
Well, maybe we'll have to try it again and test it. Yeah.
You ask me?
Oh, yeah. Do we want a second child? Or do you want a second child? I guess I should read the question.
Oh, I was hoping you would get this question.
No, you don't.
Now, Richie and I talked about this topic a lot lately, since the last 2 weeks or something. That Richie feels he's done, he's happy, and it's enough. And that made me wonder, because I would have said that before as well, but because now you say I'm done, it makes me feel a certain desire for a second child because of the brother and sister concept. So for Sydney, and because I love my sister and brother so much, and your brother. So yeah, so my answer is I don't know. I gravitate towards no, and Richie gravitates more towards no.
Yeah, but I think this can also change. But yeah, it's just been. I'm not going to say tough. It's just exhausting.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah. But I also feel that this is our experience in a pandemic too. Like, I don't know what would have changed though if it wasn't there. I mean, she's still going to daycare, and
yeah.
But yeah, at the moment, like, it's just a little bit.
Rationally,
do this all again?
Yeah, rationally, I feel fine about the pregnancy, about the giving birth, but what I don't like was the first weeks when I was completely in pain. My whole body was, and then getting up 20 times per night to do shifts, and I felt really. That felt really tough. So that's what I found hard the first bit.
Yeah. I hope that doesn't sound too rough or anything, you know. It's just, that's our thoughts at the moment, you know, like maybe when she turns 4, when apparently things get easier 4 years in, then we might be like, oh, let's have another one. This is really easy, and then we'll realise how hard it is again.
Yeah. Yeah.
We haven't had a full sleep in 16 months.
She's not sleeping for months, and there's days that she wakes up once, but most of the nights she wakes up 4, maybe 5 times. So for Richie and I, it's every night we're up. So
and every morning I'm up at 6 with it. So it's like, yeah.
And we also feel a gratefulness towards having her.
Yeah,
we amazing. Feel like, God, we have this wonderful child. What more do you want?
Yeah, she's hilarious and fun and easy.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. Okay. Whew. No, that one is out of the way. Did your parents meet Sydney yet? Some people don't know that, but...
No.
Nee, and we cannot go to... Oh, sorry, it's your question.
Always trying to steal the camera, steal the show. No, if some of you don't know, Mum and Dad live in Sydney in Australia, and Mum and Dad have not met their daughter-in-law, my wife, nor have they met their granddaughter, first grandchild, Sydney. So, listen, we had tickets. I had a ticket to move home to Australia when we met because I was moving home, and then it only took me a month or so to go, I'm not leaving this woman, she's amazing. And I think 2 months later we bought a second ticket. I bought a second ticket so both of us could go,
When I was 7 months pregnant, we planned to go to visit them.
Yep, and that never eventuated because of the pandemic. So here we are. So I think the thought is sometime this year we might go out for just a couple of weeks, just to sit with mum and dad and let them get to know.
As soon as they let us in, eh?
Yeah, as soon as we can, and then maybe later this year we might go out for a month or something.
Yeah.
But
it's
got to be this year. Yeah. And my mum and dad are getting older, and they're in their dad's early 80s, mum's late 70s. So the sooner we get out there, the better. But we're on Skype 2 times a week, maybe more. And Sydney and my mum and dad have a really special relationship. They both do their tricks with Sydney. They both react to each other, whether we're there or not. So they already have a great relationship, or as much as they can,
And I also feel like I know them, eh?
Yeah, for sure.
I see them more and speak to them longer per week than my own parents.
Yeah.
And then we do get to know each other, but of course we can't wait to go there. Okay.
Yeah.
When you...
Oh yeah, I always forget. What's the biggest cultural difference between us? Good question.
Oh, you ask me, yeah?
Yeah.
I think being polite. So Richie brings everything polite, which never hurts my feelings and is always the best way to approach difficult things. Even when you're emotional, you make your sentence sound nice, and I just say everything how I feel, which to me is meant to be respectful, because being honest to someone is the highest form of respect in my opinion, but is coming across really rude to you, and so I don't mean to be rude, but you feel like it's rude. That's I think the biggest cultural difference we have.
Yeah, it's really abrupt coming from a passive culture, and then coming to Holland and to Europe for that matter. But Holland is my main experience, where people just speak their mind and say how they feel, and then you're left like, oh my God, they're so rude.
Yeah. But do you already understand it's from being nice?
Yeah, no, I completely understand it, but sometimes, do
you got used to it?
I think I've gotten used to it, but there's definitely times where...
Sydney wordt wakker, so we have you go there. I check my phone how long we still got. Want hoeveel vragen hebben wij nog? 1, 2, 4. Word zo gebeld, anders gaan we daarna verder. Oh ja, we zijn halverwege. Ik film nu al 20 minuten. There's no cutting in this video, huh?
Oh.
I'm not going to edit this. So. Behave nice.
I don't know how many...
Four left.
We'll figure it out as we go.
Yeah. I ask you first?
Yes. That one's still staying, isn't it? They all fell out on the table next to me, so...
They see that. Do we have a fight?
Yeah. Yeah. But, I wouldn't say I don't know, fighting, I guess there's different levels of fighting. I think our fighting is quite low key.
Yeah, I think because you don't attack me. Okay, no. I attack you, and then you don't attack back. Yeah, then you can't fight, yeah?
Yeah,
the fight has to come from 2 attackers.
Yeah. I just sit there and take it, and then don't talk for a couple of days.
Oh, that's not true. What you do is passive aggressiveness. So you're upset about something and you don't communicate it. So then I ask you, what's up? And then it comes.
Well, I think I communicate it by my attitude.
Yeah. But I have to read into your attitude. You're not saying it with words. I say it with words, and as soon as I told you, it's gone.
Yeah.
I'm never grumpy without you knowing why.
No. And I also, I find it very confronting if when people fight, like, because I am passive and I won't really raise my voice or anything, but some people, raise their voice in a very, it's just, that's not my style. And But we fight. Yeah. We're humans. We're a regular couple. Next question. I think we haven't had that one yet.
Oh, what tips do we have for new parents? You ask me, yeah?
Yeah.
Who's asking who? Yeah. Tips that all come from my sister, I think, is everything is a phase. So when you're like, oh my god, this will never end in the middle of the night or something, and then you can tell yourself, it's a phase, it will pass.
Yeah.
And go with your feeling. That's my style from the beginning. I just give her what I feel that she needs, and I don't keep rules or schedules and for me that's working out perfectly. Oh, now they think, that's why she doesn't sleep at night. Now they think it's my style.
Nah. I think my current job, I work on the mother and child care category of Philips. And so a lot of the information I hear and learn, I pass on to Rose. And I think one of the main things I take from working kind of in this industry of parenting and being a parent is that Rose nailed it in one: trust your instincts. Because as much as it may take some parents time to trust their instincts and to learn what they are, by trusting your instinct, it always works. It's really, and also babies have instincts as well, so you need to learn to trust your baby's instincts. Babies are natural feeders to begin with, so they have their rhythm. So you can, there's just less to worry about when you just go with the flow and trust your instincts and trust your child's.
Every time that she cries, this story is a bit wobbly because now we just said she never sleeps at night, but every time there was something, teething.
Yeah, there's always
fever.
a reason, hey?
So there's always a reason that she wakes us up, but that is a bit strange since she does it for months already.
Well, she's been doing it for 16 months,
Yeah.
Everything is different. Every parent's baby out there is different. Every parent is different. So it's different for everyone, but you can't ignore your child. Well, sometimes they wake up and then they just go back to sleep themselves. But normally, if there's a problem, they let you know. They're crying is a sign of it, and you'll know.
Yeah, but a lot of parents say you have to let them cry so they know that it can't wake you up. But I don't feel like that's the case with Sydney.
Yeah. One of the biggest.
But I'm weak with my rules. I always gave.
She is.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm a little bit harder, I think. But one thing I always recommend to people is download the RUZIE app, because I'm not saying it changes your world. We don't reference it all the time. We don't use it to its fullest degree because we don't want to. But when your baby is crying, there's these leap phases where they're growing mentally, their head size is changing. Things are happening inside their body, and this app tells you what they are, and it tells you that your baby is going to be crying, cranky, and clingy. The 3 C's, right? So, for the first few weeks, first month when our baby was crying, we've tried everything. We've tried everything that we had been taught to stop it crying. It's not crying. But then you move into this leap phases, and then you understand why they're crying, and it changes everything. Takes the anxiety away. Now you're full of empathy instead of being confused why what you're doing isn't working. When you know why they're crying, makes such a massive takes so much weight off you mentally. So yeah, use the RUZIE app.
Yeah.
That would be my biggest piece of advice. Okay.
Was my question. Do we regret moving here in New West and leaving the center?
I reckon we've got two different opinions on this.
Yeah.
And I think they're kind of both the same. But it's, first off, it takes 13 minutes to cycle to the centre. Or, on the tram, 15 minutes. So I still think we're in the centre. I do know what you're saying though. I don't regret it at all for the phase I'm in life. Or we are in, but this is coming from me. This is the perfect place to be living, perfect place to make an investment like we have, and a perfect place to be raising a child. But from a creative standpoint, when we are in Amsterdam and we get to people watch and see all the interesting people walking by, it is a bit more vibrant and a little bit more inspiring, whereas out here it's a little less inspiring because it's a little bit more village, you know?
It's quiet on the streets here.
Yeah.
Nothing really happens here. There's no bars, there's no coffee bars.
Yeah.
And I think we can't afford living in the center to start with, otherwise we would have. So for us this was a really great deal to have this much space in Amsterdam with only a little cycle distance away from the center. Yeah, I start to enjoy it more and more here.
Yeah.
But it's hard to judge since it's COVID, so we don't know how it is if everything is open and we can just go without thinking about the tram being, oh nee, the tram, corona, or oh, the horeca is closed, we cannot go to the toilet, we cannot go inside with Sydney. So we're a bit more home than we would be if there was no Rona.
And there's, we miss walking everywhere too, hey? Like, there's only so many cool walks you can do around here. They all get a bit...
Yeah, when? Oh, the camera stopped. We don't know when.
Do you want to go back and check?
No. They somewhere cut off the rest of the answer. They can fill it. Okay. 5 minutes. Oh.
You should read this question.
Last question. How do you like my style? Rose her style, that was the question.
Love it.
Yeah?
Love it. Yeah, it's weird and interesting and fun and creative and not boring and mundane, you know. Like, it's great. Her on her Tinder profile back in the day, she was in her pink tracksuit pants and a red jacket.
I put the photo here, a little edit.
Walking through the Noordermarkt, and I was just like, oh, amazing! Like she just looks. I said you were obviously a fashionista, and there was a photo of you sitting with Gijske, and they were laughing. I'm like, oh, that laugh! I want to be with that laugh. And then we met at this pub. We met at Bar Mimi in the Jordan, and. So I see this chick wearing this long black dress, a djellaba just flowing behind her, and she had these like sharp, pointy black glasses. I'm like, holy shit, who's this bird? And it was Rose, and just had so much presence and demanded loads of attention. I'm like, great, because deep down inside I'm a bit like that as well.
You are like that.
I love it.
Not deep down inside.
I am, but. COVID, I was thinking about this morning. I'm so annoyed at COVID for crushing my fashion, you know. Like, I love wearing Dickies workwear, matching Kangols 24/7, cool shoes, not Crocs all the time. Although Crocs are cool, let's face it. Definitely my one's the best. Yeah, like I love fashion, and if I was a skinny fella, I'd be all over it and I would be dressing the exact same as her, but no cool clothes. Not a lot of cool clothes come in my size.
No.
So I'm all over it and I kind of feel like I'm living through Rose's style.
Oh. A lot of people ask this question also, like, maybe sometimes he doesn't really feel it, but nee, I feel if I dress up, you always say, oh, he look cool.
But do you guys think that because, you know, you're on camera walking around looking like a fashionista, but there's me in the background in my basketball shorts and a t-shirt with bare feet? Or
Nee, I think they think that because most men like women to dress cute and sexy, you know, tight denims, décolleté, you know, like.
I love baggy t-shirts and stuff like.
I think that's why they wonder if you even like this, because most men prefer sexy clothing and not weird clothing.
No, I prefer trendy than sexy. Sexy is great as well. I'm not saying it's not.
If I wear something body conscious, you always say, ooh, hot. So you are in a way also a normal man.
Yeah, like when you're in your swimsuit, when we were in Loche in France, yeah?
Yeah.
Swing! Yeah. Yeah. But I also know what's under the baggy t-shirts and tracksuit pants.
So we're ending this video. I don't want them to think we're only fighting.
No.
We're not, eh?
No.
We're also a good team.
Yeah, and lovers. Your mum and my mum just saw that.
What?
Me saying we're lovers. Well,
They know.
How do they know? We have a kid. They must have done it.
From the word swing till now, it's only stuff that I normally should cut.
Well, you can't. You said you wouldn't cut this video apart from you.
Oh, that's my call back.
Should we add the call into the thing?
Clap.
Everything about you.